Nothing wrong with that. Number 2. What's up, guys? Thought I'd give you an update, because I was told I need to do more of these, an update of Saturday's show. As you can see over here, what's going on. And we have to say thank you right off the bat to Monster Bass, the new subscription box that has really taken over everything. If you don't know what Monster Bass is, it's a subscription that you get every month. It's like Christmas if you're an angler and you love fishing. But what they're doing is they're putting 8 name brand tackle from anywhere from live target to rattle trap to all sorts of other things. A Z-Man, all sorts of people. They're putting 8 name brands into that box. Now, the box costs $34.99, but if you use the code SAVE10, you're going to get $10 off. So, but that isn't why they're the sponsor today. They're the sponsor today because they gave us 2 3-month subscriptions to give away to someone. Now, I've put the task on Les to do the first one. Now, he can give it to anyone. He's probably going to give it to someone who's the top fan, but you want to know what? If you can tell Les Bender why you think you deserve that 3-month subscription, he has till next week to give it away. If it's because you're going to donate it to somebody. Good evening, brother. If you're going to donate it to somebody, or you're active in the military, or all sorts of stuff, that would be a good opportunity to tell Les why you want it. If you want to email why you want that 3-month subscription, you can email it and I will forward it over to Les. The email is info@fishingfloridaradio.com. Okay, so thank you to them. It is a fantastic box. And you want to know, they're actually, the thing I really like about, 2 things I like about them. First, when I didn't get my box, the owner of the company called me. Now, that was really surprising. Rick called and said he apologized, he did all this stuff. So that was the first thing. The second thing is they sent a questionnaire out today to people and said, what did you like about what we put in the first month, and what didn't you like? What was good for your area? Because they have them in different areas. For me, I bought a South box, but one of the lures isn't fishable here for Florida. No offense to Live Target, the bait ball that I got is not fishable. It's a 12 to 16 foot diving lure crankbait, and we don't use that. We have what are they called? Our waters are shallow. We have bathtubs for water down here, so it's a little too much. So that's what I like. So if you want to check them out, go to monsterbass.com. Again, it's SAVE10 if you want a subscription, or just get a hold of us. We have 2 to give away. I'm giving mine away to someone on YouTube. Les, I'm not sure what he is doing. I don't know, but he has been tasked to give it away. So what is going on? Well, there's a couple things that we're going to talk about. First off, what is going on with the radio show on Saturday, 6 to 9 a.m., iHeartRadio. You can watch us on Facebook, or you can watch us on YouTube Live. But we have interviews with the one and only, bam, Bobby Lane. Yes, that's right. We thought he was going to win. If you watched the last video when I did the update on what was going on in Major League Fishing, he was leading. He had won the knockout round and was going into championship day. We'll talk to Bobby. He didn't win, but we'll talk to him and see how it went, what changed, and his thoughts on what has happened so far. 6 events through Major League Fishing in the Bass Pro Tour. But then we'll talk to the winner and the guy I kind of said he was on a drop shot pattern, and I told you it kind of was working out in his benefit. It made sense that he was going to drop shot and win, and Aaron Martens took it home. Les just said he will be on the show Saturday to accept phone and text applications. The text to do that is 50857 on Saturday morning. Not right now, but if you want to text us while you want to win that Monster Bass 3-month subscription, it's free. Text us Saturday morning, 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is 50857. Or you can call. Yes, the first hour we will be talking saltwater fishing. We will be talking about Mike Mann catching a bonefish in the lagoon, which was on my notes from last week, which we didn't even get into. So, as Les says, I have a person in mind, but he can change his mind. You never know. Give him a reason to change his mind. So we have Bobby Lane. We have Aaron on there. We will talk about, which was just emailed to me at 6:11. Oh, hold on. Let me check my text real fast. No, it isn't in. Major League Fishing is they just got off Table Rock in Stage 6. Well, there's been flooding in Lake Guntersville. And today they announced they're going to do another tournament on Table Rock. What's up, Charles? So, they're doing back-to-back tournaments on the same lake. Hey Sylvia, how are you? So, a little confusing. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I mean, I bet you Aaron loves it. I mean, now they can go back and watch all the tournament footage and see where everyone fished, what they were using, and then they're going to go back into the tournament and do the exact same thing again. Now they're going to change the times up a little bit, but I got a feeling we're going to see the same outcome. Everything's going to be a pound and 3 ounces, and Aaron Martens and Bobby Lane and those guys are going to be back into the Winners' Championships round. So we'll talk about that because while I kind of find that completely crazy. I'm just going to share it with you. I think it's crazy. I don't get it. I think is Sylvia Mark's wife? I don't know. She's one of our top fans, and I love her. That's all that matters, Les. So we'll talk about that. We will also talk about, if you didn't know, Day 1 leader. Let me just open it up. Come on. Day 1 leader. Central Open. We just had him on the show like 3 weeks ago. John Cox. Johnny Boy Cox is leading 26-11 on Day 1 of the first round of the Bassmaster Eastern Open on Lake Chickamauga. I think I called this one too. I'd just like to point out, I'm having a really good run of kind of giving a little bit of insight on where I think people are gonna be, and then at the same time, those people seem to be doing very, very well. Very, very well. But if John Cox wins, we are throwing a party at the boathouse. Everybody's invited. That's all I'm going to say. We are throwing a party. I haven't asked anybody, but you want to know what? Tough titty said the kitty. And we're going there and we're doing it. We're throwing it down. Because if he wins, that's an automatic bid to the Classic. And that's awesome. Okay. So we'll talk about John Cox. The first hour we'll talk about saltwater fishing, red fishing, cobia fishing. We'll talk about Mike Mann catching that bonefish in the lagoon. Is there a possibility that we could have that? Uh-oh, hold on. Les Bender. He's a proud member of the Coxmen. The small Coxmen. Anyway, so we have Bobby Lane. We have Aaron Martens. We have that 3-month subscription to Monster Bass. We have 2 of them to give away, so we'll give away 2 of them. I'm thinking I'm going to give mine on somebody on YouTube, so good luck to everybody out there. But we have Aaron Martens, and then we'll have Bobby Lane. Aaron, depending on how good the signal is what I was told today. Actually, I can read the exact text to you here. He and I were texting back. He said, "Thanks, Steve. Saturday morning for radio. I just have to be somewhere with good service, and that's not at this campground. We can figure it out, brother." So thank you to Aaron. And, of course, Bobby, texted me the other day too, saying he was good to go too. But so there you have it. What's going on this weekend? That's what's happening. So listen, Saturday morning, 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or you can watch us live on YouTube, youtube.com/fishingfloridaradio. Check out the video from yesterday. Subscribe, hit that like button, notification, do all that stuff. Send us a comment. Make sure you send us your address for prize packs if you want some. There's a bunch of them that we give away every week, and if you don't get them, Boudreaux gets them, so you might as well send in your address. But please, for the love of God, send your address. Sending an email to me and then not sending your address, that's crazy. That's crazy. We need your address. So send your address with the email. You can email us directly, info@fishingfloridaradio.com. So, getting a call, and I'm not taking it. So, there you have it. Got to say thank you yesterday. Mark Benson of the Ritz-Carlton Orlando took myself and Ken Duke fishing, and we had a fantastic time. We didn't crush them, but we had a great time. It was really a good time. And those two guys are two of the best guys in the world. So thank you to them. If you're interested in going to the Ritz-Carlton to go fishing, it's like $60 or $80 an hour. They have stuff to do all the time. I mean, you can go out there and just have a great time. Going out to the back where they have the organic farm that they do all their stuff in is phenomenal. It's really just a stunning, beautiful place. So check that out. Again, thanks to Monster Bass for the two subscriptions that they gave us. Thank you to Rick, and thank you to Gary Abernathy. Thumbs up to those guys. Check out Monster Bass, monsterbass.com. You'll like what they're doing. They're going to be a better box. That's what they should be saying. We are a better box, because I'm canceling Mystery Tackle Box and Lucky Tackle Box just so I can keep up with the Monster Bass. That's how much better it is, because 8 name brands is phenomenal. Okay? So, there you have it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out all the stuff we're doing on YouTube. The bladed jig stuff. It's coming up. I went out and redid all of the underwater stuff today. All of it. And I said to myself, you want to know what? I'm not going to go fishing. But I bought this little lure. This is it. This is an H2O Express from Academy. The hooks suck. They suck. But this little baby caught 14 bass today. And I think I only made 40 casts. First cast, I caught a fish. Last cast, I caught a fish. It was a great little bait. I kind of felt like, I normally don't match the hatch, but I felt like I saw so many bluegill and shell crackers and stuff that were this size in the lake I go fish that I needed to try it out. And while it worked really well and swam well, it was a great bait. But honestly, the hooks are just worthless. I rebent this one, I think, 11 times. After the second fish, it doesn't look bad now. It kind of does, actually. After the second fish, this hook was bent every time I caught a fish from then on, I think. And the other thing about it is I'm probably not going to do a review on it because, I'm not sure. And this is something this is a copy of somebody else's stuff, which really irritates the living shit out of me. But this doesn't cast real well either. And I wasn't happy about that. It kind of does this. You cast it like this and it kind of goes like this. Like that. It doesn't go like backwards. It would go like this. It kind of does this whole 360 all over the place. Like kind of what my head does when I do these things. It's a hard bait, and then the tail is plastic. So I probably won't do a review on it. I think it did great today. Thinking about going back tomorrow morning, to be honest. Because this is the bait that they were in the pond I fish. This is it. This is the exact size. And I'm not joking. The funniest thing about today was I got everything ready. I had done like 45 minutes underwater filming of the 5. There was going to be 4 bladed jigs. Now there's 5. So I did all of that. I went and said, well, I'll just go cast a handful of times. Yes, helicopters. Thank you, Les. I appreciate that. It helicopters. So I thought I'll put this on. I brought it with me. I was going to put in the wiggle bug from Boyd Duckett because I brought that with me too in my new backpack. And I put this on and I was super excited, and I thought, I'll make a handful of casts, and if nothing happens, it doesn't happen. It was the middle of the day. It's burning up hot. I'm sweating. I'm wet. All sorts of stuff. The guys next door were they had some workers in the backyard, and they were putting up not a privacy fence, but some shade for an awning type thing. And the guy said to me, "You're probably not going to catch anything." And I kind of just shrugged him off and kind of gave him "Oh yeah, thanks, dude." And the very first cast, I casted it. My line went into the tree. So the other thing I was using a new rod. I got a handful of rods. Really, I got more than a handful of rods from Castaway. I got a few rods. Let's just put it that way. A few rods to test. I guess that's the best way to put it. No, it isn't. But I put this new Tyrannus CX rod on, and I put a new Shimano reel on it, and I lined it with 10-pound Power Pro. My very first cast, because I've never casted this rod or reel or any of this before, the Power Pro went into the tree, and I swore, and I kind of looked back at the guy, and I felt like he kind of jinxed me. But the bait landed. I made a couple turns of the rod. I mean, this bait wasn't in the water for 3 to 5 seconds. It only moved maybe 2 foot, and I saw a bass come up and just crush it. I mean, jumped out of the water, got it in its face, and then went into the trees. Now, my line was already in the trees, so I was like, oh shit. So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to swear. And I apologize. I'll try not to swear. So I set the hook, and the fish went into the trees, and I thought, this is a brand new rod. I brought it in. It's the Tyrannus CXI. It's the new run. It's Carbon Extreme from, you can see my line. I'm going to respool it. From Shimano with a Sahara 2500 reel. And I was like, oh, you got to be joking me. I'm going to end up breaking this rod. But no, I pulled that fish up the tree branch, down the tree branch, through the other set of trees, and then back into the water and brought it in and kind of gave him a boom goes the dynamite for a Fat Cat Newton, and showed the guy my fish, which was probably about maybe 2 pounds, maybe at the best. And it was just too funny. And then I went back and tried another spot, and my second or third cast, I caught another fish. So I think overall, I had 40 or 50 fish, and 40 or 50 casts, and maybe 30 or 40 casts. I bet you I didn't cast more than 40 times, but I caught 14 fish. So it was a great day. So I think I should probably go back out there and try this again. But I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go outside and put some Daiichi bleeding bait treble hooks on it, because these are the worst hooks I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I could probably put this in my mouth and bend the hooks. So anyway, H2O Express. Check out Monster Bass. That's what happens when you just throw a lure on your desk. Oh, there's a magnet there. Go check out Monster Bass. MonsterBass.com. Anyway, see you guys Saturday morning, 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be on YouTube Live, too. So you can watch the whole show live while we're in studio. Go to the page, subscribe, have fun, and go John Cox. So, until we see you Saturday morning, because I'm not going to do this tomorrow. I love you, but I don't love you that much. We will say take a kid fishing, get your fish on, and see you guys soon.